nothing very special.
Okay, cool. That won't be bad. And what about? It's pretty late. Where are you? Where are you right now, Nacho?
Where am I now?
Yeah.
At
Where are
home?
you from?
Oh,
Yeah. Where
Madrid,
are you
Spain.
from?
Madrid,
Madrid.
Spain.
Okay. So, all right. Nice. I guess that'll be good. And what about this coming week? Do you have anything big planned?
No, I have work and many things to do, but nothing very fun.
Okay. Nice. That's not too bad. So work's always good.
Well,
Um,
I don't think it's bad or not. It's not good either.
yeah. Yeah. Jobs are, necessary, I guess. Necessary
Yeah.
yes. But let's get going on today's class. Sorry. And Nacho, can you read the title?
I think you left, right?
Sorry, Nacho, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, can you read the title in the next few lines?
Sure. Education. Today we will talk about learning and online education, cultural views of education.
Good. Nice job. And David, welcome to class. David, how's it going?
Hi Joshua, I'm doing well. What about you?
Nice, doing really well. Thanks for coming in. Sorry about the late start.
Okay, no problem. I understand.
Okay, thanks. All right, let's get started on the next page. And let's have David, can you ask Nacho the first question?
Yeah, sure. What is your favorite memory from your time in school?
My time in school, like first school, high school,
Yeah,
university,
any of those.
any of those. My favorite memory. Well, my last year of high school was very fun. I I changed out of school, and uh, students and the teachers were really fun. So I remember this year with I have many good memories from this year.
Nice. And what about you, David? What's your favorite memory?
Yeah, Joshua. Well, I think it's in general. I remember with happiness the soccer matches that we every day play in the breaks. Remember the classes, the teachers that we used to make jokes in classes, that we used to fight sometimes. Yes.
Okay, nice. Um, this is good. I remember what happened with the soccer matches that we every day play in the breaks. We need to change this around a little bit.
That we every day play. That we play in the breaks every day.
Yeah, we played every day in the breaks, maybe. So, play every day in the breaks.
Every day in the breaks.
You can also say during the breaks. That might sound a little bit better. So just change the preposition. But generally, if you're using a prepositional phrase, most prepositional phrases you can just put at the end, and that's probably the safest bet. So anything that starts with a preposition like that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but good. David, can you ask Nacho this next question?
Sure. Which type of school is better in your country? Public school or private school, and why do you think so?
Both are good in primary school and high school. Universities are Public universities are better than private universities here in Spain. Because in the private universities you just pay for the diploma. The education is not very good and they are quite expensive.
Okay. Yeah, the education isn't very good. And they are quite expensive. Okay, and Danilo, welcome to class. Danilo, how's it going?
Hi, I'm doing well.
Nice. Okay, good to hear. And Danilo, sorry about the late start, but glad to have you in class. Um, Danilo, what about private or universities in your country? What are better, private or public?
Well, um, no, private colleges are better. Like the structure and all. But the difference is that the public universities have the best students, because it's harder to get in. So the students are usually better in the public colleges and universities. But the structure is much better um, in the private.
Okay, nice. What about where you live, David? Colleges or universities, which ones are better, private or public?
Sorry, Joshua, I couldn't hear you.
Sorry. So, where you live, are public universities better than private universities, or are private universities better than public universities?
Yes, I think definitely private universities are better than public because, like, you pay a lot of money. Well, I think the universities have to provide better education for the students. Um, yes, I think the pensum is better and the teacher maybe are more prepared.
Okay, nice, more prepared. Make sure you get that D at the end, but other than that, really good job, good grammar.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Nice job, guys. And Heidi, how's it going?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you. How are you this morning? It's probably morning there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so do you have any exciting plans for today, Heidi? Okay, maybe not. Let's have Nacho. Can you read the title and the words?
Sure. Vocabulary, accessible, alternative, geography, compare, graduate, evaluation, instructor, textbook.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you did a really good job with your pronunciation there. Okay. And does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Okay, cool. Let's actually write some sentences. So let's have Eddie, can you write a sentence in the chat box with accessible? Let's have David with compare. Let's have Nacho with evaluation, and Danilo with instructor. And use one or more words. And yeah, just write it in the chat box. Oh, sorry.
Sorry about all the noise. Okay, and so just give it another couple seconds and see if you can write something up. Okay. That was not. Nice. Nice job, guys. Killing some kids. There are some kids here. I'm at an apartment complex, and so they're swimming. You know. Heidi. And David, are you almost done? Nice. Really good sentences. Okay, and let's have Heidi. Can you read Nacho's sentence?
Well, natural sentence.
Yeah, just read Nacho's sentence out loud.
I never liked geography at school, though the textbook was full of images and maps.
Yeah, okay. This is actually really good. I don't think I'd change anything. I do think maybe I would say although. Maybe even though would sound probably better. But I think that was really good. Nice job, Nacho. And let's have Nacho. Can you read Danilo's sentence?
Yeah. They have a great and driving structure. He provides their students with textbooks.
Good. And so another really good sentence. The only thing I'd change is I'd use a semicolon instead of a comma, because they're two complete sentences that they interact with each other, but they're not reliant on one another. So he provides their students with textbooks is a complete sentence, and they have a great driving instructor is a complete sentence. So we'd separate it with the semicolon instead. Just a small thing. Really good job. Danilo, can you read Heidi's sentence?
Yes. This information is accessible to even an ordinary audience.
Nice. And Heidi, really good job. That's a great sentence. David, are you there?
Sorry, my keyboard is not working well.
Okay. No worries. Do you think you could say a sentence?
Yes, sure.
Compare.
Compare. Maybe if I would compare the public education against the private, I will realize that the public education is better, the private education is better.
Nice. Good. One thing, I did remove the articles, so instead of saying the public education against the private, if I... Yeah, and we wouldn't have the would in the first part. We'd actually, with this conditional form, we would say if I compared to the past tense.
Okay, if I compare, just compare.
Mm-hmm.
But like his hypothetical situation, doesn't care.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical situation. So you use the past, the past progressive, and then could, would, or should in the next clause.
Mm-hmm.
But good, nice. Again, really great job, you guys. Good sentences. Let's skip that for now. Yeah, I think this is good. Actually, let's talk about this. And David, can you ask Heidi the first question?
Sure. What are some other examples of alternative schools, Heidi?
In Japan, we call it free school. Some students dropped out from the school because of bullying, or sometimes the student can't follow the lessons.
Okay, so are you saying if a student drops out? So if a student drops out of school, what happens?
Then the free school accept such student
Okay, nice. There's a free school, and so if a student drops out of his regular school, the free school will accept them, regardless of what grades they got. Oh, okay, cool, nice. Nacho, what about you? Can you think of any other examples of alternative schools?
Yeah, in Spain we got a school which doesn't use exams and tests. They just have like a continued evaluation of the students, and that's it. So and they prepare their own books also. They also prepare their own books.
Nice. Does it have a name?
Can't remember. I
Okay.
think it's something uh, like Escuela Libre of something.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. All right. And Nacho, can you ask Danilo the next question?
Sure. Danilo, what do you think about alternative education?
Well, I think it's great, because having many options, is really important to anyone. So if you really want to study, if you really like studying and you want something in your future, why not get into an alternative education? So I think it's great. Unfortunately, here in Brazil, we don't have many options. It's just public or private, and it's really just these two options you have. So it's complicated.
Yeah, public or private school. So it is a little bit complicated. Hard to get a really good alternative school there. Okay. And Danilo, can you ask David the next question?
Yes, David. Do you think that online education is a good option for young students? How young?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, I think online education is a good way to learn a lot of things. And like the young students are very accustomed to use technological advice. They born with this technology, they know how to use it, and they won't have problems with this kind of technology. I think could be after 8 or maybe 7 years old, they can study via online.
Nice. Maybe they can begin studying online. I think that'd sound a little bit better.
They can begin study online.
Good.
And
Really nice.
is via, or the pronunciation is via, right?
I'd say via. Via the internet.
In English, you say via or via?
I'd say via. But again, check it out. Hold on. At least in America, what I've heard, it's via. Yeah, via. For sure. So I looked it up, and it's via. Okay, and Heidi, do you agree or do you disagree? 7 or 8 years old? So do you agree with David or do you disagree, Heidi?
In Japan, we start studying when we are 6 years old. 8 years old is a little old.
Sorry, Heidi. So you start studying online when you're 6 years old?
Yeah, when we are 6 years old.
Okay, but it's online. It's using the internet.
Not online, normal.
Okay. Okay. When's a good time to start online education if somebody's going to be online studying? How old should they be?
My understanding is different. Online education for the children who are living in a rural area. For example, Africa or some countries, they need to go. It takes 2 or 3 hours to reach school.
Okay, so it's good for students studying in rural areas.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Takes so long to reach school. Okay. And so do you think that people should not start studying online if they don't live in a rural area? So if they live close to a school, do you think they
Yeah.
should study?
Yeah, and even that place, even children that are very important workforce, they need to go to the water well to get water before going to school.
Okay. So they need to kind of like have that social interaction. All right. Nacho, what do you think? How old should students be?
I think online education is not good for kids. Kids need to interact with other kids and also with the teacher. And there are a lot of things that they need to do. For example, drawing or physical exercise, and they can't do it with online lessons. So I think the best age to start online education is from 18 years old.
Okay. Best time to start online education is 18 years old. Good. I think that's a good point. And yeah, maybe there's also some room for taking both classes in person and some classes online, depending on the student. But interesting. Good. All right, let's go into the next page. And let's get that. Let's get that 2 for now. Whoa. How did... All right, let's try this. And let's start with Danilo. Can you read the first roll?
Yes. Uh, you want your children to enroll in an experimental school. They don't have the assigned grades, and they let the students choose what to study. Try to convince your husband that your children should attend this alternative school.
Good. Okay, nice job. And let's have David. Can you read the role of the father?
Yeah, Joshua. You don't want your kids to change schools. You think traditional schools are best. Convince your wife that this new school, with no curriculum and few rules, will be a bad alternative for your kids.
Nice. Okay, good. And let's start with... Oh, maybe convince. Convince. Can you
Yes,
repeat?
sorry, I forget. Convince.
Nice. And Heidi, can you start with the mother?
This new school system is very good for our kids because there are many free times for kids, and if they can choose the category.
Maybe their subjects.
Subject.
And
So,
did you say if they can?
Okay. Yeah. Even they can. Also, they can.
Okay, we changed the... They can even. Okay, nice. Really good. The other thing that I noticed, there is a lot of free time for the kids. Can you repeat that?
There's a lot of free time.
Good.
Okay.
And Nacho, how would you respond as the father?
I think Paul is very happy in his school right now, and it is necessary he has a full preparation. It's necessary for him to have a full preparation of to be someone important in life.
Nice. Yeah, and it's necessary for him to have a full purpose. Maybe in this case, it's necessary for him to be fully prepared.
Okay, yeah, much better, yeah.
Okay, can you repeat that one more time, Nacho?
Sure. I think Paul is very happy in his school right now. It's necessary for him to be fully prepared to be someone important in life.
Good. And let's have Danilo. How would you respond?
Yes, I understand that. But all my friends are saying their kids are happier now. They're no, they're like thinking faster. I don't know. They're thinking faster. They're more willing to help at home. So they're not only preparing for like studies, they're also preparing for life, like life in society, life in, in home, life. So no, family life. I don't know home. So
Okay.
we should try it. I really think we should try it.
Nice. Nice. Really good job. David, how would you respond?
Yes, let me read. I don't agree because in those strange institutions, the kids doesn't have rules and they are able to do whatever they want. The kid doesn't have rules and they are able to do whatever they want. They don't have to follow a schedule. They don't have to pay attention to class and follow the instructions that the teacher say, and how we will measure if they learn if the school doesn't put any grades for them.
Nice. Maybe how will we measure how they are learning or what they are learning?
What they are learning.
If the school doesn't grade them.
Doesn't
Good.
grade or doesn't assign a grade. Or
Yeah.
I can say also doesn't assign a grade.
Doesn't assign grades.
Assign grades. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, so the kids don't have rules. Okay, but good. Really nice job. Heidi, how would you respond?
But Paul is not interested in history. Instead, he's talented in mathematics. So we should develop his mathematics ability.
Okay, maybe we should develop his math skills.
Math skills.
Yeah.
It's very useful for his future.
Okay, maybe it will be very useful for his future. Nice. Awesome. And good. Maybe Nacho, how would you
Yeah, but he has to get used to doing things he doesn't like to. If not, he will be a spoiled boy for the rest of his life.
Nice. Danilo, how would you respond?
Um, yeah, I know he has to get used to doing things that he doesn't like to. But if he has a talent for math, we should explore. Um, we should help him to exploit this ability.
Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, really good job. I think that's good. Maybe last response, David, how would you respond there? David?
Yeah, Joshua. Yes, I am
Oh,
thinking.
okay. You can even allow yourself
Uh,
to have your mind changed if you want.
no, I am lost. Sorry. I am the far right.
Yeah.
Okay, I am against the Montessori school. So, uh, in general, I think my kid will be a lazy person if he attend this school.
Okay. Good. I think we're good. Does anybody have any last questions or anything that they'd like to say before we finish this up?
No, no.
Okay. Let's go on. Um, let's look at this. Heidi, can you read this second quotation?
Education, the path from cookie ignorance to miserable uncertainty.
Nice. A couple of small things. Cocky.
Cookie.
Cocky. So, cocky. Maybe like that. Cocky? Heidi?
Yeah,
Can you repeat that one more time? Cocky?
cookie,
Yeah, cocky. And miserable. Miserable.
miserable.
Yeah, miserable. Okay. And Heidi, can you ask Nacho the first question?
Hmm? What does this quotation mean? Do you agree or disagree?
I'm not sure about the meaning of cocky.
Nice. Heidi, do you know what cocky means?
Cookie, someone has some ability. He is boasting himself about that ability.
Yeah, someone who boasts about himself or herself.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody who's self-assured.
I think Mark Twain wants to say that when you don't know anything, so when you are uneducated, um, you are happy in your ignorance, and then when you start learning, you start having doubts about many things in life, and that makes you feel miserable.
Okay. Learning. You have doubts about many things. And that makes you miserable. Okay. And I think that's pretty good. Does anybody have anything else to add to that quotation? Okay, good. Danilo, do you agree or do you disagree with this quotation, and why?
Well, I agree with this quotation because the more you study, as I think there's this saying, the more you study, the more you don't know anything. So it's absolutely true.
Nice. What about the miserable part, David? Do you agree with the miserable part?
Um, no, I don't agree with miserable. I think it's a word that is too exaggerate for describe the feeling or the situation that a knowledge person is having when he realizes that there are lots of things that we don't know, but you can be a genius or you always be a ignorant. For example, I can be a genius in chemistry, but I always be ignorant in another topic. So I think it's relative, but no, I don't agree with miserable.
Yes, you don't agree with miserable. What
Mm-mm.
about you, Heidi? Do you agree with David, or do you think that the miserable is a good description?
Yeah, I think so. For example, before I didn't have driving license, I always complain about how to drive to my husband. But after getting driving license, I'm very scared of driving.
Okay, after getting a driver's license,
Mm-hmm.
I became very scared of driving. Nice, and I spelled license wrong. Um, okay. License. This is one of those words that I always just spell wrong. That's it. Sorry. um,
License.
and yeah, and we'd call it a driver's license, Heidi, but really good. Okay, I think that's solid. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to say? Okay, well, we actually don't have too much time for that. Let's leave on a comic. Let's have Nacho. Can you read the role of the little boy? And Danilo, can you read the role of the girl?
Yes.
Hey Susie, did you have any trouble with our math homework last night?
No, why?
I thought a couple of these were tricky. Can I check my answer with yours?
Okay.
Thanks. What did you get for question 1?
7.
7? Good. That's what I got. What did you get for question 2?
Drop dead, Colin.
Nice. Good. That sounded great. And David, have you ever been in Susie's position here? Have you ever been in the position of Susie?
Yes, sometimes I remember in school there was well, I wasn't be the most the best student, but I used to do the homeworks, and there was friend that asked me for the answers.
Okay, maybe. And I had friends who would ask me for the answers. Good. Really nice
Mm-hmm.
job. And so, sorry to cut us off again. I know we started a little bit late. I've got another class right after this. If you guys want to join, I'd love to have you. Sorry about
Yes.
the late start here, but thanks again for coming in.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Thank you, Josh.